all about facehuggers. I found 7 different types. So join me in this exploration of the facehugger family. First, let's discuss the regular facehugger, the Facehugger Classic. The facehugger is the second stage in the life cycle of a xenomorph. Its 8 bony, finger-looking legs allow it to crawl quickly, and its long tail can be used like a coil to launch the facehugger great distances. These appendages give the facehugger an appearance of something comparable to chelicerate arthropods, such as horseshoe crabs or arachnids. The facehugger is a parasitoid. Its sole purpose is to make contact with a host's mouth for the implantation process. The facehugger secures its finger-like appendages tightly around the head of its victim and wraps its tail around the host's neck, eliciting a gasping response and allowing the insertion of an ovipositor into the host's esophagus. An embryonic form of the xenomorph is then implanted into the stomach of the host. During the implantation process, the host is given a constant supply of oxygen via 2 lung-like organs. Attempts to remove the facehugger result in the parasite tightening its tail around the host's neck, almost as a threat of killing the host, if it's not allowed to continue the implantation process.
It's turning still. I know.
Another deterrent is its highly pressurized molecular acid blood, which sprays wildly if the parasite's skin is cut, ensuring that if it is removed surgically, the host will suffer catastrophic burns, almost certainly leading to death. As the implantation process nears completion, the facehugger's epidermis solidifies into a chitinous layer of silicon, probably in an attempt to ensure the success of the implantation. Once the embryo is safely implanted, the parasite detaches from the host and retreats to die in seclusion. Eventually, the larval form of the xenomorph, known as a chestburster, will erupt from the host's chest cavity, resulting in death. No one's ever survived a chestburster, naturally, that is. Okay, now on to the queen facehugger. Queen, royal, or super facehuggers, like most other facehuggers, come from eggs laid by queens. Although they're somewhat larger, possess armor and a bladed tail to help them protect the unborn queen they carry inside. They also have webbed digits and a dark brown coloration. A royal facehugger is capable of impregnating at least 2 separate victims with chestbursters, one with an infant queen, the other with a typical xenomorph, and the facehugger doesn't die until both of these embryos have been implanted. Exactly how long a queen facehugger can survive after impregnation is not known. The specimen on Fury 161 survived for quite some time between impregnating Ellen Ripley aboard the USS Sulaco and attacking Babe the Ox, or the dog on the planet's surface. Now onto the giant facehugger, not to be confused with the queen facehugger. The giant facehugger is a large variant of xenomorph facehugger, used to guard and defend the nest's eggs. Although they're incapable of implanting hosts with an embryo, they can use their legs and tail to subdue and pin opponents, while regular facehuggers move to implant the victims. So they're basically protector facehuggers that can't impregnate. Bet you didn't know about that one. Up next, the Praetorian facehugger. The Praetorian facehugger is a special variant that is capable of implanting an embryonic Praetorian. It's one of several means by which a Praetorian can come into existence. They're also essential in the creation of ravagers and carriers. Physically, the Praetorian facehugger is a larger and more durable variation of the regular facehugger. They're armored, they're chitin blood red in color, as opposed to the typical beige skin tones of their regular cousins, and have a more scorpion-like appearance. They're capable of traveling longer distances from the hive unaided, and leaping farther than a normal facehugger. Praetorian facehuggers have been shown to be capable of subduing even particularly tough Yautja victims, even ones specially trained in killing facehuggers, such as the Brawler or Spearmaster. Up next, the Body Hugger. The Body Hugger, aka the Trilobite, was a massive octopus-like creature resulting from Charlie Holloway being infected with chemical A0 and engaging in sexual intercourse with Elizabeth Shaw. Similar to a facehugger, its primary purpose appears to be to implant an embryonic deacon into a host. It's not made clear if the creature was conceived by intercourse or if the infant creature moved into Shaw from the infected Holloway. It's unknown how the creature gets out of its host naturally, as Shaw removes it too early. However, its violent movements prior to this suggest that it bursts like belly bursters, emerging from the host's abdomen. The Trilobite grows to a massive size within hours and can even overpower a 9-foot-tall engineer. Now onto the Hammerpede. Not a facehugger per se, but still a creature which attacks the mouth, shall we say, so we don't get demonetized. When the US CSS Prometheus arrived on LV-223, the crew, led by Shaw and Charlie Holloway, discovered the temple. When they disturbed the room containing ampules of chemical A0, it began to leak the urns onto the floor, infecting several worms which mutated into Hammerpedes. Milburn and Fifield, 2 members of the crew, got lost and managed to reach the urn room, where they discovered 2 Hammerpedes. One of them rose up and freaked out Fifield, but Milburn looked upon it, fascinated. Milburn tried to touch the creature, but the Hammerpede flared its crests and attacked him, constricting Milburn's arm. Fifield tried to help Milburn, but his attempts to remove it only made the Hammerpede constrict tighter, which resulted in it breaking Milburn's arm. In an attempt to save Milburn, Fifield cut off the Hammerpede's head, causing its acidic blood to spray on Fifield's helmet, melting it. The Hammerpede then regrew its head, showing us its impressive regenerative abilities, and slipped into Milburn's suit through a hole made by his protruding bone, entering his mouth. Always the mouth. Now onto the final entry, the Snake. The Snake is a mysterious type of facehugger that only appears in the Aliens Trilogy PlayStation game and concept art for Alien 5. God knows what it does. Take a guess. Comments below. So which Alien video would you like to see next? Please let me know in the comments below. Now onto my Patreon squad. Check out these awesome and super cool supporters of Viral Killer. Yes, the kids in Spider-Man 3 said it best. If you want to be in this Patreon squad panel, every video, cough up $1 a month. It ain't much. And if you want to help the channel but have no money, okay, follow these steps. First subscribe, then like the video, then share it. Twitter, Facebook, whatever. This is so useful that it might as well be a $5 donation. If you really want to help, leave a comment too. YouTube loves engagement. Thank you. Also, please follow me on Twitter and turn on notifications. Okay, I'm done. Mic drop. Good dude.